Hello, and welcome to the Chatty Corner. So this week, of course, we are going to see the first Let's Play of 2016 on the Bob the Pet Ferret channel. Oh yes. First of all, let me kind of clarify some stuff from last week. I said last week that I was feeling incredibly tired, had to go to the doctor, all of that stuff. Doctor had no idea what it was. And I still have no idea what it was, but whatever it was, it's kind of gone away now, because I've been feeling fine for the past 3 days, so everything's back on track again. Way, so that's good. Also, I'm very disappointed in all of you because I had one comment saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry that you feel ill. I hope you get better soon." And then I had a bunch of comments basically defending lightning. So apparently lightning is apparently more important than whether or not I live or die. Thanks. No, I'm joking. But I did find it funny how that was how the comments ended up. But anyway, I'm feeling better, feeling good. So that's good. Yes, of course, that's what that means anyway. So I should probably announce what the new Let's Play is. But before I do that, the second Let's Play, I've been doing some prep work for that too this week. Ooh. That one's going to be an interesting one. Going to be a bit of an experiment for me. That's all I'm going to say. It's not going to be an experiment in the sense that Fatal Frame 2's original run was an experiment. Oh god, no. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be fairly standard Let's Play, but the way it's being done is unusual. I'm not going to say any more, but yeah, we'll get there. So I know I should probably announce the next Let's Play, but I quite like the idea of keeping you all on edge. So that might have been a clue. Edge. Yeah. So, I actually said, I'm going to announce it, here we go. But here's the full story behind it. If you haven't already guessed it, then yeah. So I said, sort of towards the end of last year, that the Let's Play that will be coming out to Tomb Raider 3 is going to be an appropriate Let's Play for the new year. And the reason I said that is because this year, a sequel to a game that I like quite a lot is coming out. It has a confirmed release date. Initially it had a confirmed release date of February. Now it has a confirmed release date of May. I played a bit of it at EGX, and I liked it. And when trying to think of what Let's Play I could follow up Tomb Raider 3 with, I thought, well, that game's coming out in February. I decided at the time, because it was coming out in February. And so why don't I do the first game to kind of lead up to that? Yeah? That could be good. If you have no idea what the game is, the game that's coming out now in May is Mirror's Edge Catalyst. So that means that the Let's Play I'm going to be doing, starting this week, is Mirror's Edge. And if you're a patron, you already know that. If you're not a patron, this is news to you. So yeah, Mirror's Edge, going to be a good one. And yeah, that's going to happen. It's going to start this week, and it's going to be one chapter a week, as like the last two games have been. It's been like one level, one chapter a week, and that's how I'm going to do things. So Mirror's Edge is going to start this week. Basically, the video is already up, but I'll set it to public for everybody to see. But yeah, I've been recording quite a bit of Mirror's Edge. At the moment, I'm up to, let me check my notes, I have recorded up to and including chapter 4. And the last two chapters I've recorded, I'm already proud of them. I haven't even watched them back, but I already know they're good. So that's, yeah. I think it's also helpful that I've come out of a week of just feeling constantly dead, and then feeling like I've got energy again. And that's helped me do some really good parts, because I'm not taking this actual energy for granted anymore. So that's good. So yeah, hope you're looking forward to Mirror's Edge, and I hope you're looking forward to whatever I'm going to do in future, because it's going to be some other stuff. Anyway, patrons might find out very soon what I'm doing, because I might do a Patreon blog. I'm because I want to try and do that a bit monthly. So I want to try and do that possibly this week. Patrons might get a little blog to sort of explain some stuff that I'm going to be doing in the coming months. Nobody else is going to know. If you want to know, become a patron. Yeah, it's a good plan. Anyway, what have I been playing? So obviously I'm still doing my chronological challenge, but this year there are a lot of games coming out that I'm actually interested in. So I've set myself this rule: while I'm alternating between games for the challenge, if a new game comes out and I get hold of it, that game will then replace a game in the challenge. So I decided to move on from Smash Brothers, but there's a game that a lot of people have been talking about. It's one of those games that's turned up on Steam out of nowhere. It's an indie game, and suddenly loads of people are talking about it. Loads of people are like, "Oh, this game is amazing." This game, it's kind of like how Undertale took off in the way that it did. So I said, okay, let's apply this policy. Let's go and play this game. This game was Pony Island. It was only about £3 on Steam. It's not even on sale. It's about £3, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Everyone's talking about it, and it sounds like it's right up my alley. So, what it is, it's a game about ponies. It's an endless runner. So you're a pony, and you're running through the fields, and you jump all these fences. And that's the game. It's a really cool game. You should go check it out. Oh, and by the way, the game is being played via an arcade machine possessed by Satan. That bit I should probably mention as well. Yeah. Yes. It's one of those sorts of games. It's one of those weird kind of hey, it's a game that knows it's a game. Ooh, it's very meta, very postmodern, all of that kind of stuff, and I like it. It's got some like silly little hacking mini games. It's got some crazy endless runner gameplay. It's got a weird sense of humour that I really like, and just the whole experience was just like, this is amazing. I'm not going to spoil too much about it. You guys should just go check it out. It's a really good game, and yeah, it's 2016 gaming off to a good start right there. If that's the caliber we're getting. Yeah, you should go check it out. It's on Steam. It's about £3, about $5 in the US, I believe. And there were moments that reminded me of Metal Gear Solid, specifically the Psycho Mantis fight. There was one bit in particular that just made me go, "Oh, you cheeky game!" You know, that's how it made me feel. And yeah, it's one of those games that's sort of not really a game, but it is. Like, it's not like Gone Home where it's like you're walking around and looking at things. No, there's an actual gameplay. Like the Endless Runner stuff, you need to be have some good reflexes and stuff to get through all that. And there's a lot of thinking and puzzling going on, but it's a weird game to classify. I would say that it's kind of a puzzle game sort of thing. It's not very long either. It's about 2 hours long. I think it took me about 2 hours to get through it. But it's a fantastic game, and I will probably put a review of it up on my blog. I have written one, I just haven't posted it yet. Whoops. Speaking of my blog, I have been posting my reviews of the Chronological Challenge as I go through that. They've all been going up at 5 PM every single weekday. And I'm still writing stuff because I've got through 98 apart from Ocarina of Time, which I am still playing. It is the last game of 98 that I have. It's not the last game on the list, but I moved on from Sonic Adventure very, very quickly because it wasn't very good. And, God, imagine if I did an LP of that. That'd be really bad. Yeah. Oh, yes, I did, didn't I? Yeah, that game has not held up very well. Yeah, Ocarina of Time. I've almost finished that. I should probably have that finished this week because I've just done the Shadow Temple, and I've got through the Gerudo Fortress as well. So I've got my Gerudo member card, and I can move freely through the facility and all of that stuff, and repair the bridge. So I've got to go off into the desert and do the Spirit Temple. So not much left, but yeah, I'm hugely enjoying Ocarina of Time. probably the second N64 game I've played in this challenge where I've not been thinking, damn, this game has aged badly. Oh no, third. Star Fox is still pretty good. Banjo-Kazooie is really good. And Ocarina of Time is very good. And everything else, not so much. And that includes Smash Brothers that I mentioned, because like I said last week, you can't air dodge, can't do any of this stuff. It also feels really stiff when compared to like the later games. I didn't like it like that much. I have it for nostalgia purposes more than anything else, but they've improved on it so much over the years. Smash 4 is a superior game. So yeah, and I've also started up Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill. So here's the thing about Silent Hill. I like a lot of survival horror games. The original Silent Hill is really good. I haven't finished the original Silent Hill. It's the only one that that and 4 I haven't finished. But 2 and 3 I did. And hugely enjoyed 2 and 3. I don't know why I've never finished Silent Hill 1. Because it's got the same level of atmosphere and everything as its sequels. But yeah, like that game. I've been playing the Resident Evil games lately as well. Obviously, you saw me play Resident Evil 1 for Halloween, and obviously with Fatal Frame 2, recently doing the LP of that and all that stuff, as well as recording that Fatal Frame 3 video for the Advent calendar. Here's the thing about Silent Hill and all of those games, is that they all kind of follow similar sort of structure. You know, you're kind of wandering around a place, and you're constantly backtracking, going around finding keys to open doors and doing different things. So they all kind of have the same basic gameplay mechanics. Obviously, they're all done very differently in how, different things operate. But the problem with them all being very similar is that they all have different control schemes. And as a result, I'm applying all of the control schemes wrong. So I'm sitting there and I'm playing through Silent Hill 1, and I want to bring up the map. And every time I bring up the map, I open up the menu, because I'm so used to playing Fatal Frame 2, and pressing select to bring up the map. But that's not what the map button is in Silent Hill. That would be the menu button, select. The map button is what would be the menu button in Fatal Frame 2. They're flipped around completely. That's confusing. Also, the amount of times where I pressed R1 to try and ready my weapon because of playing Resident Evil, and it's R2 in Silent Hill 1. That said, I do like Silent Hill. It's great when I get 2 games alternating in the challenge. I'm like, I love both of these games. So Ocarina of Time and Silent Hill, enjoying both. Silent Hill 1, I'm getting through much more slowly than Ocarina of Time, and that's largely because the atmosphere in that game, for an old game, is still really good. It's mostly the soundtrack that gets me. So I'm just kind of a bit awkward. And I'm just like, it's scary, let me just play for 5 minutes and then I'm going to go play something happier. No, you keep going. Original Fatal Frame made me feel that, to be fair, as well. Took me forever to get through that first one, just because the amount of times I was just like, ah. That's when you know you made a good game. Not in a kind of like everything's, not in a kind of, oh my god, I'm so scared type thing, but just in a kind of, I'm uneasy, this is really, really good, but oh my god. Just playing it for too long just is oppressive, somewhat, that kind of thing. But hey, still a good game though, and the fact that it can do that to me says it's a good game. And yeah, that's what I'm playing. So go check out Pony Island if you can. I don't want to tell you too much about it though, because it's one of those things where you really need to experience it firsthand to get the full joy out of it. But yeah, that's that. News-wise, there wasn't really a lot of news, to be honest. A lot of people seem to be just releasing remasters right now. Twilight Princess HD coming out soon. We got Resident Evil Zero's just come out. Conveniently enough, I bought Resident Evil Zero on GameCube at Comic-Con, and now I find out that the remaster's coming out now, and I'm like, oh, well, never mind. I'll just stick with what I've got then. And obviously we've got Gravity Rush Remastered coming out next month, which hopefully I will pick up so that I can redo Cat's video. That's still going to be a thing, by the way, the PlayStation All-Stars Remastered. I intended on doing a lot more on that last week, but obviously with the tiredness and all that, I didn't get it done. But I did work on a bit of that earlier, going through like Jack's video and making notes on what I should change there and all that. So that's going to happen. It's going to keep going. I've recorded commentary, re-recorded all the commentary for the Sackboy video. It's probably the only video where I'm going to do that, because I'm really not happy with that stuff. But yeah, that went completely off the news topic and back onto an update. Yeah, because there's not much in the way of news, unfortunately, and I don't really talk about remasters because they're just games that have already come out years ago. Whoop-de-doo. Woo. But one bit of news that I did like this week, it's probably the only bit of news that caught my eye, really. According to Eurogamer, they did a feature on someone who, can't remember what name he goes by, but it's apparently a Norwegian guy. And he has set himself, right, okay, before I lead into what he's doing, obviously I'm doing my chronological challenge, and the idea of this is that I'm playing every game from 1985 to 2015 onwards in my game collection. I'm adding a few games into it as I go along, because there are certain games where I'm like, I've always wanted to get that game, I should get that game. Now that I'm deliberately going through and playing all my games, now is a good time to pick that game up so I can actually play it when I get to that year. Of course, the problem with that is that the Mega Man Legacy Collection came out and Earthbound Beginnings came out, and now I'm just like, I want those games too, but I've passed those years, so they're exempt. I'm not allowed to get them until I'm done. Now you might think that's a bit of a task. I'm on 1998. I've got, 17 years to get through. But one guy decided I'm going to outdo him. Oh yes. And I saw this guy, even me, with my challenge, which is probably going to take me a good few years at this rate. I took one look at this and went, really, dude? Really? You're never going to finish that. Basically, this guy has decided he set out in what his challenge is. It is to play every single game on Steam. I admire the guy's tenacity. I admire the guy's just ballsiness in wanting to do that. He's never going to finish that. At least I know my thing is going to finish, because, you know, certain rules and things that have got in place, and obviously there is an end point. Even as new games come out, I'm still getting through games faster than games are coming out, and that means that I will catch up eventually. But Steam? Oh, Jesus. I don't know how many games get released on Steam a day, but that's really how many games you need to beat a day in order to get anywhere near gaining ground. And let's be honest, you're not going to do that. Especially when you've got games like Skyrim on Steam. Because once you've got that, you might as well just give up now. With the amount of time that it's going to take you to do that, there's probably going to be thousands more games that have just been released on Steam. Admittedly, he said that he's not really doing it just to see it through to the end, because there never will be an end. But he's just doing it to kind of get through his games and, you know, just experience as many games as possible. And I kind of admire that a little bit, but at the same time I'm also like, you're crazy. You know, to put this into perspective, the number of games on Steam right now. There are apparently about 3,700 games on Steam right now. That's how many games this guy's trying to get through. In contrast, the challenge that I'm doing, games that are actually out, because I am including games that I'm interested in future, but they're all slightly greyed out currently until they actually come out. And at the same time, I'm only really counting ones with confirmed release dates. So if we only count stuff with confirmed release dates, there are 382 games to get through. If it's games that are actually out, it's 376. Okay, so that's the contrast here. So my challenge is a tenth of this, guys. And I'm like, this is going to take me forever. But Steam? Really? You do all of Steam? No. If it was like a console, I'd be like, fair enough. Especially if it was like an older one. Because at least then you've got a finite number. But Steam's never going to end. Steam's never going to stop. And yeah, you're going to be doing that for a while. But I admire that. I admire the fact that he's just gone, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set this challenge and I'm going to see it through as long as possible. Basically, for eternity, I'm going to see this through. But hey, whenever you enjoy yourself, I guess. But leave me out of that. Makes me feel better about my challenge. Because, I was getting to the point where I was just like, Jesus Christ, I'm still on the 90s. And it's in May, it's going to be a year that I've been doing this. And I'm probably only just going to finish the 90s. And I've got another 16 years left after that. If you count, because 2000, no. Yeah, 16, because you got 15 years. You got 2001 to 2015. 2000 would be an extra year, so 16. Yes. So, yeah, that's... Even I'm looking at that and going, yeah, that's going to take me forever. But this has made me feel better. This guy has set himself the task of finishing every game on Steam. No. No, 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 no. Don't do that. At least mine's got an end. Even if it's a couple of years away. I don't care. Thank God that I'm not that guy. Yeah, that's really all I've got this week. So yeah, hope you are looking forward to the start of Mirror's Edge this week. If you're a patron, I'm very sorry that you're not getting anything else this week. You can rewatch the prologue, I guess. But that's all you're getting this week, as well as this, obviously. Yeah, and I have nothing else to say. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you all have a good week, and I all hope that you're having a good time, and I hope that you keep safe and you have fun. And I'll see you next time. Bye.